Hello, everybody. How you guys doing today? We're gonna do a divine masculine check-in. But first, I just want to take a moment and thank each and every one of you for you know, for subscribing, for viewing, for liking. One person disliked. I just want to thank you all so much for viewing and giving your opinion. For those of you that leave comments, thank you so much. I love to hear from people and see what's going on with their journey. So at any time you want to leave a, a comment, I absolutely love reading those. And I love responding and just getting to know the people that are joining and watching. The Akashic Rose family. So I just absolutely so grateful to each and every one of you. I send you so much love. And so today we're going to start off with I got a new deck from Live Tarot. This is the Twin Flame Oracle, I believe it's called. And then we're also going to start off with the Sacred Traveler by Denise Lynn. Yes, I keep calling it the Sacred Journey instead of Sacred Traveler, so I just wanted to double check. All right, so just take a moment. I've had a very busy day. I did some meditating beforehand, but I can't seem to get out of the rush energy. So I'm just going to take a moment, invoke the archangels. So I invite you to take a deep breath with me. I invite you to think of your divine masculine. Any questions that you may have. There's no time and space, so any question that pops into your mind, I would love to see how that would work out for you. And you leave a comment. Let me know how that goes. Or if it's private, you can send me an email. My email is in the About, I think it's called the About section. We ask that Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Metatron surround this reading with their unconditional love, light, strength, healing, expression, and grace. And we ask that we get messages of the highest healing order to help us move through this journey, the twin flame journey, our relationship, spiritual practice around our relationships. Okay. Oh, there's so much energy, guys. It's wonderful. Now I understand. I thought it was my busy day, but no, it's like, okay. So what I'm getting is the divine masculine, the collective that I'm tuning into. One of them, they are, I believe, there's multiple. It's a collective. I'm feeling there's some anxiousness. What I feel like is like, it's almost like I feel like almost like a bubbling underneath the skin, like they can feel a change coming. They're coming to the awareness of the intensity of this connection. And I'm feeling like the collective that I'm reading, most of them probably don't know what twin flame is, or if they've heard it or about it, they question it, even if they don't say anything. They're like, what is this? Is this nonsense? Quite truthfully, sometimes I wonder myself. And then I meditate and connect back into my records and feel sure of it again. But I have those moments too. But I feel like the collective that I'm reading for today is really, oh my God, this is so awesome. I just feel it like it's like bubbling up in their energy field and like right underneath their skin. So it's like, so the awareness is no longer just coming into their field. I feel like it's actually starting to ground into their body and helping them bring the awareness in. Oh, this is great news. This is great news. So let's see. Oh, actually, now that I got that out, I'm not so shaky. Oh, I feel like many of this collective, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting messages, so I just want to share them with you. So what I'm getting is the collective that I'm reading for is that This divine masculine would really love to speak, would really love to tell you about what he's feeling and what he's waking up to in the connection. But he's feeling really nervous. I just heard it said the intensity of this connection can be frightening, and I'm learning to come to peace with that. And learning to come to peace with the divine feminine within him. I feel okay. I'm stepping away from the collective for a moment that I was just reading, but um, what I feel like overall for 2020, since literally since the clock struck midnight. I mean, it was so amazing for me. I feel lighter. I did have a rough decade, but I just feel so much lighter, more hopeful, and I feel like good things are to come, and I just feel a lightness in 2020 that's going to come. So it's very exciting, and I feel like there's been almost like a karmic shift, or I don't know what to call it, but and I feel like the divine masculines are feeling this. And so now the Archangel Rajuel stepped in, and he was just reminding us, and Archangel Raphael, of course, once you hear the message, you'll understand why he's here. We invoked him, but he stepped forward with Rajuel. So he's saying, beautiful ones, the relationship or the connection that you're in is sacred and beautiful. And as much as you're honoring the relationship, it's time to honor yourself as sacred and beautiful. And the more that you open your heart and do some heart chakra healing, the more that you will embrace the beauty that you are. And that's the more that you'll be able to see the beauty mirrored back to you in your connection to your twin, to your sacred and beautiful twin. Okay. It's time to pull the cards now. Thank you, Rajuel, and thank you, Archangel Raphael. So for anybody who's not familiar with the archangels, Archangel Rajuel is the archangel of healthy, like of relationships, and he's also the archangel of justice. So so he likes to bring, so he brings in fairness. He brings in not just in the judicial system, but also within ourselves, like the justice card in tarot. So there's a balancing and justice, making sure that things are fair. And he really has he really loves to help us understand and heal patterns, deep-seated patterns in relationships. And so in order to work with them, all you have to do is call them in, because they don't like to impede on our free will. So they will not come in on a very personal level unless you invite them in. Just feeling to do it this way. The divine masculine, the collective. I'm just reaching back out to the energy of the collective that I was channeling. Okay. Creativity, inspiration, productivity, creation. Bring out the greatness within. Do you see the hearts in the coffee? Okay, I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting is do you see how the cup, it's like a circle. It's green, and then inside is hearts. And I feel like right now that the divine masculines are going through a heart chakra clearing. So I feel like all of this, even though it looks delicious and wonderful, I feel like this is the clouded energy within the heart chakra. And I feel like that is, we're in an intense connection with somebody. And so we often, more often than not, mirror. So Archangel Raphael and Rajuel came in to heal old patterns, to heal the heart chakra. Because Archangel Raphael comes in with a beautiful emerald green. And it resonates right to the heart chakra. And I feel like, even though it's female hands, hold on, there's something about it being female hands. Or it's an aspect of the divine feminine. It does not have to be feminine hands, but it's, so this is just telling me that this is the divine feminine's hands. And what I'm trying to find out is, hold on one second. I feel that, okay, so this is the divine masculine's heart chakra. And I feel like this is the aspect of the divine feminine coming in and wrapping him with unconditional love. But while she, see how she's wearing pink back here? I feel like she's wearing pink. And I feel like that's like a really high vibration of the heart chakra with unconditional love. And I feel like she has worked on her own heart chakra, and she's going to continue to work on her own heart chakra. And when she does that, it reaches around to the divine masculine's heart and helps him come to a deeper understanding of his own heart. But do you see how she's not really grasping hard? She's sorry, Lulu is literally just plowing her way in. Come on, baby. Come on. Just come in. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Come on. Okay, Lulu's here, guys. And again, I'm going to introduce you guys to her in another video. But she loves to be here with us. She's our familiar. She's the Akashic Rose family familiar. Sorry, she just hit the camera. Lulu, please be careful, okay? No more going near the camera stand. Okay, so I feel like her plowing her way through the door is a beautiful synchronicity for what in 2019 what a lot of the divine feminines that are listening have tried to do. We've tried to plow and scratch and push our way through into the divine masculine's heart. But what this card is showing me is that we're already there. See, though, right there, we're already there. We're one. And this is just a reminder to be gentle. This is like to me, like the divine feminine's hands is a representation of attachment. Now, if she was holding tightly and gripping, this would be a different message. But I feel like what we're moving into is a time of trust and realizing that this is delicate. We often think our divine masculines are much stronger than they are, but they are delicate. Their hearts are delicate, and we should handle it with care. And look at the mirror into ourselves when they shut down. They have their own patterns and fears and heartbreaks. And I feel like the divine masculine, I feel like there's some kind of creativity, but not how. Let me just feel into this for a moment, guys. Like the bubbling underneath the skin. I feel like it's really helping what I was channeling earlier, like the creativity, that's the bubbling that's underneath. It's like he's having to use the creative aspect of himself, which, by the way, is part of the divine feminine energy within him. So this is really good. He's healing the divine feminine. I think I mentioned this a couple of videos ago, so that he was moving into healing that. And I feel like he is, which is why he's starting to accept this connection. He's moving it's tapping into the aspect of him, the divine feminine, for him to get creative in how he's thinking about this connection. He's getting creative in starting to understand that life is about flow. It's not so black and white like like these pillars. This is shungite, by the way, and this is selenite, and this is hematite. So he's starting to recognize that the life, like the world, is about flow and grace. And he's having to get very creative with how he's doing that because he's got all this energy bubbling up. So I'm hearing that an angel, hold on one second. It's Archangel Gabriel, and he's just saying, be patient with your communication. Be patient with him. He's in a tender place right now. And if you just mirror that tender place instead of hold space, there can be a fight or some distance needed to be put so that he can understand, because this might feel like anxiety to him, this bubbling. Okay, because I feel like he's shifting and growing and changing. It's absolutely beautiful, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to use the Sacred Traveler deck by Denise Lynn. So with his heart chakra and his creativity and the divine feminine within him growing and changing, and us learning to wrap their heart with compassion and gentleness instead of force, what would they like to say about that on our journey? Oh, they're saying this one. Okay. Okay. The divine masculine is stepping into his power. He's leaving the shadow aspect of the distorted masculine behind. He's not quite there yet, but this is like, I feel like this is like what's going to be coming in the next week or so, or the next month, depending on the masculine, because some move slower than others. So I feel like he's learning to leave the divine masculine behind. And I see how the lantern's behind him instead of in the front. He's recognizing that he can move forward, that he has that power, and that he's fully supported by the divine. Oh, they just said, and by the divine feminine. The higher aspect, the higher 5D self of the feminine is there, glowing a beautiful light upon his back, helping him step into his power to move forward with on sure feet, and leaving an big aspect. I'm feeling like it's like one big part of him, of the distorted masculine behind. Let me just look at this. This is snow-covered trees, but I feel like this is coming into the masculine, and this feels like expectations, thoughts of others. Be careful, divine feminine, about the thoughts that you are thinking. Okay, this divine masculine, the collective I'm reading for, is very sensitive to other people's thoughts. He can feel it. He's actually a deeply sensitive man, no matter how he appears in the world. And he feels those expectations. And what I'm hearing is, be mindful of that, of your own expectations on him. Because what I'm feeling like is this divine masculine feels like he just can't take another expectation at this point in time. He's feeling a lot of pressure on his shoulders and on his back. So if you have to meditate, go into, into the 5D and just shine your grace on him. The truth of who you are, not attachment and the mirroring and the triggering. Okay? And just know that he has a lot of this going on in his life right now. And just send him that beautiful light from the 5D. Okay? And what I feel like he's really going through right now is learning to choose his path. He's starting to recognize that bubbling is all is possible, is that he can't stand where he is standing anymore. Something needs to change. And do you see how the tree is like in the beautiful fall colors? Red and orange and yellow? Those are the lower chakras. He's getting ready to let go and shed things that he doesn't need, that he's starting to recognize his patterns. And I feel like this is like the Fool card, right? To start and get a new beginning. And he doesn't have his sword out and ready. So I feel like, and he's looking up towards the light. I feel like he's in, even though he's going through that bubbly, he's going through stuff, and there's some anxiousness around the changes. I feel like he feels like he's realizing that he has a path to choose and there's more light. And I feel like, and as much as all of us divine feminines want to hear that it's moving towards us, what I feel like is it's moving to a higher aspect of himself. So don't worry, because that helps us as well as our connection. But really, the divine masculine is starting to really work on himself and see new, higher aspects of himself. He's stepping into his power and strength. Look at that. They're moving towards each other. Look at that. The cards, look at them. Sorry, this makes me so excited. I feel like the divine masculine is ready to take a step and move into the divine masculine that's in his power. Beautiful. I do feel like he's going to have some obstacles along the way, but that's going to make him even stronger. And what I'm hearing for the divine feminines is to just allow him to go through that, however. Be mindful of your expectations. Give him space if he needs space, because he's shedding those leaves. He's shedding those old aspects of himself so that he can show up stronger with you and within the connection. Sorry. So he can show up for himself in a stronger and more sure way, and can step into his power instead of distorted masculine power into a healthier power. Wow. That is... I just need to shift this energy. It's very strong and powerful. It's just like, whew. Hold on one moment. Just invite you to take a deep breath. Relax. Okay. So I also got the Live Tarot deck of Shadow and Light. So let's see. I'm hearing to pull 2. So I'll just show you this so that you can see Live Tarot. So this is one of the light aspects in the deck. Like I said, there's shadow and light, and it's such a great, like I said, I feel like he's stepping into that light. It is a sign that light came out first, and what it says is, I want you to believe in me again. He's stepping into that power. He's starting to believe in himself. And when he does that, he's turning and looking and realizing that he wants the divine feminine to believe in him as well. Because he is now recognizing that he's a divine masculine that can step into being someone to believe in. Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm going to cry, guys. Because we all love our divine masculines, even though they have their shadow sides. And we can see a beauty in them. And it's just wonderful to see. I'm so happy to feel the collective that I'm reading for is going through this shift and recognizing an aspect of their own beautiful self. Okay, one more card, guys. Okay. So a shadow side did come out. That's not a negative. What I feel like this, it says, I've found safety in the silence between us. Do you remember a couple minutes ago I said that if he's feeling distant, or if he's being distant or not talking, it's because of that bubbly feeling. It's the expectations we may be energetically placing on our divine masculine. And for some people, for some divine feminines, they might be projecting this verbally or through messages or emails or texts, and it might be done a lot, more than is needed. He has found safety in the silence. So, take a moment and just reflect on that. If it resonates with you, then great. If not, then just ignore it. But I really feel like if we take a moment and really look at this, we can recognize that sometimes their silence is because they need the silence. And that's okay. There is nothing that can destroy this connection. So what I'm hearing is that when any time anybody is stepping into the light, we're letting go of the shadow. There's shadow aspects that are going to be triggered up, bubbling up at the surface to be able to let go of it. And that's what he's going through. And that's why he found safety in the silence. So trust, beautiful divine feminines. Trust in your divine masculine. Trust in your, no, don't trust in the divine masculine. Hold on. Of course, trust in him. But what I'm hearing, sorry guys. What I'm hearing is, oh, this is so beautiful. Trust in the connection. Trust in yourself, that you're okay either way. And know that you have this beautiful love in your heart. You have this connection that is awoken and stirred, a beauty in you that you'll never be able to, that you'll never forget. Trust in that connection that you know is true. Step into your power. You've chosen your path. And allow there to be silence if there's silence. Allow him. The divine masculine in all of us like to hibernate a little. Like to go into a cave. Like to be the hermit a little bit. So that we can alchemize, like, do an inner alchemy and really work on ourselves so that we can step into our power, so that when we step back out, we can be more powerful and know which direction to choose in a more positive and enlightened way. Okay, I'm going to pull some charms. Okay, what are we going to ask? Let's see. I just heard somebody in the collective. What path is he going to choose? Step into your trust. So if you were thinking that, that's completely fine. I send you lots of love and I've got a big smile on my face. I totally understand that. But let's see. What is it that the divine masculine would like to express to us about the connection at this time? Okay. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do about the glare. I saw it in the last video. Okay. Okay, so we have here, and I'll just hold up. This is a coin that says, I deserve to be loved. And on the back is a person coming out of a lotus, coming out more enlightened. I really feel like he's really starting to learn that. That where he's at now, he's realizing that he's not loving himself, and that he is not loved and nurtured and cared for in a way that he's looking for. So he's coming into this higher place of, I deserve to be loved. He's recognizing how blessed he is by this connection. So, divine feminines, Sometimes when we are triggered, we can go into an aspect of ourselves that's not honoring ourselves, let alone the divine masculine. He's recognizing he deserved to be loved. Allow that mirror into yourself and recognize that you deserve to be loved too. And don't demand and command from him that. Do it for yourself. Love yourself. You guys are both equally blessed by this connection. I'm feeling like, so this is my younger gentleman. So I'm hearing for some of you. Oh, I'm getting all kinds of messages, guys. Hold on one second. So within the collective that's watching my videos, I'm feeling like there could be a choice between two men. One of them may be younger. And the twin is saying, I deserve to be loved and blessed. And he knows that there's this choice. And then the cat, the black cat came. And the black cat, to me, represent, oh, what they're saying. Okay, I have different things for it, but I'm hearing a message about the black cat right now. Sorry, Lulu's jumping up on me, and she makes snorting sounds because she's a Boston. So, okay. So I often joke that Lulu's my familiar, and this is actually my familiar charm. Isn't that amazing how she jumped up when I touched the familiar charm? But I'm actually getting a different message with this. What I'm getting about this is the stigma around cats. Okay, be mindful, divine feminines, about the stigma around twin flames and this connection. The more that you focus on that, the divine masculine feels the lack of trust within the connection. Even if he doesn't know what it is, he can feel that. So be mindful of that, is what I'm hearing. Okay? All right. The seed, I feel like this came out the other day too, and it was at the bottom. So that's like, I feel like, and it's a seed. So I feel like this beautiful seed has been planted within this connection. And what I'm hearing is that we have chosen to come in and meet our twin flames in this lifetime and understand and come into an understanding of what twin flames, what the concept of it is. And what I'm hearing is that we are all learning what it means to have relationship as our spiritual practice. And that seed was planted by the contract and the decision we made before we came down into this lifetime. This is my creativity one. And again, it is a sphere, so it, it rolls. But look at how it looks like this card even. And look at creativity. And it did roll to the bottom. It wasn't caught by something. So I feel like what this one is saying is that together as a union, this connection helped both twins step higher into their power just by meeting. Just by meeting. I know you can't see the sphere, guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it up here like that so you can see it. It was down here though, so just keep that in mind. So I feel like that's like, that means it's trying, it's coming out into the world. Okay, it's not 5D, it's 3D. Okay? I really feel like both twins were inspired to step onto a new path shortly or within a few years of meeting. Could be a few weeks, could be a few months, could be a few years. But there are some people on journeys for 30 years, 20 years. So that seems like a short time to someone who's been on that journey for those many years, if it's 3 years. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to get a few messages. This is the Hidden Oracle, the Hidden Truth Oracle by All Things Intuitive. Okay. I knew exactly what I was doing. We're going to get more out of that. Oh, that one just flew out. I'm seeing my toxic patterns. Do you see? Like this is a divine masculine that's awakening. Okay, so now I'm hearing to do the divine masculine by the awakened twin. Okay. We are working together in the astral. Oh, these cards are beautifully confirming what I was getting. Okay, this is still the Hidden Truth Oracle. Okay. I wish things could be different. Okay. I found safety in the silence between us. So what I did to get us there, I knew exactly what I was doing. Some of the stuff I did, it was part of my toxic patterns. But don't worry. I'm starting to see. I'm seeing what I did. I knew I was pushing you away, but I didn't realize how toxic what I did to do that was. But I'm starting to see it. We are working together in the astral, and I am so grateful to that connection and all the work that you're doing. I may not say it to you, but it's because I wish things could be different. I wish I could be different, and that wish is inspiring this part of me. Because of the work in the astral, I started to recognize that I wish that I could be different, that things could be different, that I didn't need to push you away. But because I did, and there was safety in that silence, I'm starting to see my toxic patterns. And because I'm starting to believe in me again, I now can want you to believe in me again. I love you. Please be patient with me. And any impatience that you're feeling, I ask you to be in a beautiful place of responsibility for that. And recognize any aspects within yourself that's impatient, that you can heal, that's causing the impatience. Because when you do that, you heal us both. I love you. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. I send you lots and lots of beautiful love.